Hey boys and girls, welcome back to the Underground Lair. We have a Ibanez Baritone what the heck is this? I wrote it down. RGIB6. The first time I've had a Baritone to work on. This is an older model. Can't find any specs online as far as setup goes, so I called Ibanez, and they're very good at giving you information over the phone. So they don't have a number that they go by. They said make it as flat as you can without having any buzz. So we're going to aim for I go by inches, they go by millimeters. I'm going to try to go to below 10 thou. We had about 20 thou of relief in this thing initially, and because of that, somebody cranked the saddles way high to keep it from buzzing whenever they got up to this, where they're fretting up out of the valley. So we have a three-way switch. And I don't know what that does. We'll find out when we plug it into the noisemaker. Master volume. I don't know if it's phase or what. Somebody put pickup rings on there for some unknown reason. That these are a direct mount pickup. And you have to take the pickup off, or the pickup ring that they put on off of it to adjust your pickup height, which by the way is 3 millimeter, and we can find that amount. All right, so we extracted our pickups and adjusted our pickup heights to 3 millimeter. We have no sharp fret ends here. We're just going to go ahead and polish our frets. We have micro mesh pads like this. We're going to start with 1800 and work our way up to 6000. It's very boring and tedious, and if you want to go see that, I'll put a link in the video, but I don't think you want to watch all that. And while I have the strings off, I'll put these pickup rings back on, clean them up a little bit. We also went and adjusted our string height, 14th fret, 2.5 millimeter and 1.75 millimeter, and you do go gradually in steps all the way down, and made sure that we have no fret buzz all the way. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of cleaning everything up and doing all that sort of maintenance. Then we'll come back, string it up, and not lose any of these screws. And we'll string this up with those super heavy gauge strings, which are already on here, so we don't have to do any nut work to widen these out because someone did that before. So we just took the strings off, and the nuts flopping around in there. That's not good. We're going to put some wood glue in there and make sure that nut stays secure. I don't know if somebody's been in there before, or it's just been dried out. So clean the glue out of there and put some more in. Just wanted to point that out. There's the nut. Gonna fix that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this nut back in its place. You don't need a lot of glue. 2 little dabs of Tight Bond will do, because string pressure will keep it in its place. I'm putting a little bit up on the leading edge of the fretboard, and the rest where the actual, using a matchstick, where the rest of the base of the nut will go. Don't go put no super glue in there. You don't need no super glue. And just put it back where it lives. Make sure it's level. And you probably won't have any squeeze out. Nope. No squeeze out. And since it's dinner time, make sure it's lined up exactly where we want it. And put a piece of tape over it. And hold it in its place so we have some pressure on it. That'll dry. When I come back from feeding my face and put the strings on. Nope, no squeeze out. Some leach out from the, and check that out. Don't those frets look pretty compared? So we oiled the fingerboard, polished those frets up to 6,000 grit micro mesh. Oh, actually 8,000. They're like mirrors. Okay, we'll be back with strings. Okay, boys and girls, our nut is in place. We are about to restring this thing, and I almost grabbed the wrong string. I did grab the wrong string. And we're using Ernie Ball Slinky Baritone 72 to 13, or 13 to 72. And just like bass strings, I'd recommend you bend it over where you want it to live. And we're going to go 1.5 posts past where this is going to want to live, and we're going to put a bend in it. And I set all my tuners to, so the string enters at the 1 o'clock and exits at the 7 o'clock, and I put a kink in it. Bend it up. I've already put in my guitar grease. And that big fat string, I'm not going to bring that up to pitch yet. Once again, make sure it's all the way seated. We're going to go 1.5 past, and we're going to bend it. Come in at the 1 o'clock position. And bend it. Wrapping underneath. Just laying it in the nut slot. The reason I'm doing that is because I don't want, for any reason, these strings to pull the nut out of that position I glued it to, even though it's been a couple hours. And there we go, nuts in place. I'm going to go ahead and tune this up to pitch, stretch the strings, and then we're going to let it sit overnight. Okay everybody, it's the next day. We had to loosen off the truss rod, just a hair. Well, actually about 1/4 of a turn. Go ahead and recheck it here. So we went under 10 thou if possible. And I do have the right feeling gauge, 7th fret. Going at the body gauge, our body, and we are lifting that B string just a little bit. I'd say we probably have about 8, and there's no string buzz. Let's just double check that. Middle finger still of no use because got an infected cuticle. So needless to say, I've been not playing at all. Our string height, let's see, we were at the 14th fret, right? And we started at 5/64 and we graduated down to 4/64. So we're at 5/64 there, just a hair over. Exactly at 5/64, a hair under 5/64, hair over 4/64. Hair over, less of a hair over 4/64, and right at 4/64. So working our way down, and that's what they told me at Ibanez. We're at 3mm with the pickups, and now that we have all those set back to spec, I think what had happened was when the neck started to bow and the frets started to buzz, they just went and willy-nilly raised all the saddles until the buzz went away. So we had like 8/64, 9/64, and all kind of crazy things there. But now that we put it back to spec, and he said that it had once been set up by a tech. And Ibanez does a pretty good job of setting their stuff up on their mid to upper levels from the factory. So now we got to check our intonation. Okay, the B is on. E is on. A is on. See, once you put everything back to where it's supposed to be, and this is set, you shouldn't have to have this, the hardware doesn't move if it's set up the proper way the first time. At these there, actually it's a little flat. So that means saddle can go that way just a hair. There we are. F sharp is there, and B. B is there. So everything was almost nearly there. Oh, and we figured out what this is. That's a kill switch. No noise there. No switch noise. Oh, what happened? Something died for no reason. Well, just so happens we have some plastic switch cleaner. Just throw some plastic switch cleaner down there. Deox it. Plastic to plastic and plastic to metal surfaces. Okay. I'm going to take the back cover off and clean that. Spray it in the access holes in the back. Okay, we have a suction cup that's a pig. It's suction pig. Alright. Access for the Z switch. We'll just hammer this thing up. Hopefully that solves the problem. Yeah, it seems to be working now. Yep, problem seems to be solved. Alright, I want to thank you for joining us down in the underground lair for our first foray into baritone guitars. If you're in the greater Pittsburgh area and you want to see your guitar brought back up to par, hit us up on the Facebook, send us an instant message. You can also go to stringmanguitars.com and all of the contact information is there. Get a hold of us, get on the calendar. In the meantime, hit the like, subscribe, and the bell. Take care of yourself, take care of the neighbor, like your neighbors, and take care of the old folks. And most importantly, you have yourself a good day. Peace. Thanks for watching.